I'm Jared Chase, Principal Broker at Cascade Sotheby's International Realty, right here in beautiful Bend, Oregon. Well, we're halfway through the year, and it is clear that our Central Oregon real estate market is starting to see some changes. There's a lot of debate out there right now about the overall health of the housing market, and even further speculation about where the market is headed. But I think if you look across there, you can find any opinion that you want. But one thing that is true to most people who are being realistic is our housing market for the last 18 to 24 months was simply not a climate that was sustainable for the long term. So at some point it was going to have to change. And maybe we're just here at the threshold of a more stable, normal market ahead. One of the biggest indicators to this is inventory levels. We have had low inventory levels across the United States for a long time, and that's starting to change. Right here in Bend, Oregon, we're up again this month, 52% from last month. That puts us at 311 single-family homes under an acre currently on the market. If you look back a year ago this time, there were just 122. So again, nice significant increase in inventory. But that's still just under 2 months of overall inventory across the board. And keep in mind, you have to be, by definition, over 6 months of inventory before you're in what's considered a buyer's market. So we're very much still in a seller's market. Also, I don't think it's fair to share that stat that inventory levels are rising without sharing this stat with you. The number of sales last month, we had 1,052 homes sell. If you look back a year ago, 1,100 units sold. So pretty consistent. Now, the only caveat with that is those units that just sold, those are buyers who went under contract 30 or 60 days ago. So we may not see a slow in our sales, or the data may not reflect that for another month or two. There is no doubt that mortgage applications are down. You can read stories all over the United States saying this, and even local lenders right here in town have told me this. The number of buyers coming and applying for loans has gone down. This is mainly because interest rates have sharply increased. This time a month ago, we had about a 5.5% interest rate on a 30-year fixed. Today it's at 6.375%. To help you understand what that means when you go to get a loan and what that does to your payment, I actually got this stat from Brian Liebman. He's a local lender right here in Bend at Hickson Mortgage. And Brian shared in his newsletter, in January, borrowing $500,000 at those current interest rates would have cost the buyer about $2,000 a month. To keep that same payment today with our current interest rate, they would only be able to borrow $320,000. So that helps give you an idea how significant this interest rate increase is and how deflating that is to buying power. Meanwhile, the Bend median home price dropped for the second month in a row. Not much, but went down to $740,000. So lots of changes ahead. We are moving into the busy time of the year here. It's prime selling season in Central Oregon. So I'm excited to see how this all lays out in the next couple of months and be able to give all of you a better idea of what's ahead maybe in the future. Well, if you haven't yet, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you want to reach out to us, you can always drop by our website at sellingbend.com.